Well, good morning, everybody. It is September 20th, 2025, and today in this video, I want to tell you guys like what happened with Dean guitars and myself and why I don't really play them anymore. My history with Dean guitars goes back about 7 years now at this point, off and on. And yeah, it's just kind of just fizzled out, and like there really is no relationship anymore, and that's a bummer, but I'll let you guys know what happened from my end. And now there is no drama, there is no like juicy story. I'm letting you guys in on my life because I am a very, dare I say, public figure in the guitar community, more or less, and you guys have been watching my journeys, you know, in different endeavors off and on for years and years. So I'm just letting you guys know like what happened, right? But yeah, there's nothing really crazy or like any sort of juicy, you know, just intense story. It's just, it kind of just went away, okay? So let's go back a year ago. So I was waiting for 3.5, almost 4 years for a USA custom shop guitar from Dean Guitars. That Silverburst Thoroughbred. That was my baby. That was my dream guitar from Dean Guitars. I ordered it in January of 2021. It showed up on tour in Worcester, Mass in September of 2024. So upon receiving this guitar that took almost 4 years to make, which is crazy, but whatever, I told them, I was like, you know what? It's time. I would like to be on the Dean artist roster. Would you accept that idea? And the person I was talking to with at the time, who no longer works for the company, said, yeah, dude, like that's great. That's awesome. We'll make it happen. We'll get you on Instagram. We'll get you on the website. We'll do an Instagram unveiling and announcement. We'll both collaborate on it. Just if you want to set it up, meaning me, we'll accept it and go from there. So I think the announcement for me being on the Dean artist roster was like sometime about a year ago. I would say about like early October if I had to guess. And still to this day, I still have the post and I'm still waiting for Dean Guitars to accept it. And they never did. They never cross-promoted me on their social media. And that's still to this day. I believe I've only been on their story one time, and they've never made a dedicated post with me at all with my Dean guitars. And I've got copious amounts of pictures out there with my Thoroughbred. So that's like the main reason why I stopped playing Dean guitars, because I played a full-on US tour in the fall of 24, as well as made several videos on YouTube and several posts and videos on Instagram on like the Tommy Vex tour, videos of me at home, videos on the Elijah tour, photos of the Elijah tour, and Dean Guitars never really did anything with them. So that's like my message to you guys, like that I can make this video valuable to you in the sense that like if you're working with a company or you want to work with a company, make it make sense for you, the artist, the player, because I thought Dean Guitars and I were working well together, or we were going to, but it just never went anywhere. And that's a huge bummer and that's a shame, but you know, I can't really take it personally. It's just I wasn't, you know, on their radar. I personally wasn't that important to promote or work with. And it is what it is. So I just got to take it on the chin and keep moving. However, all the while here in 2025, companies like Jackson Guitars are working with me on a monthly basis. Charvel Guitars, Cerberus Guitars, and I are making more signature baritones. Like, there's brands out there that want to work with me. Neural DSP is backing me with all of my digital tones and stuff like that, right? So it's okay that Dean Guitars doesn't really want to work with me, because I've been finding other endeavors and other brands that have been supporting me, and those relationships have been great going forward. So I just want to let you guys know that's what happened with Dean Guitars. Basically, they just never really promoted me, never really did anything with our relationship. And like I said, that's okay. There's no drama, but you know, it was just a one-way street seemingly from me. And then the person I was working with closely with Dean Guitars no longer works for Dean Guitars. So the relationship has kind of just ended. And a lot of you guys are probably saying like, oh, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Well, I don't even really have a foot to shoot because there is no relationship with Dean Guitars. I love Dean Guitars, and I've always said I love the people that work there. But at the same time, like, it just never went anywhere. It just never did anything for me other than just wondering why aren't we working together, you know? Again, I just want to make it a point to say, like, this video is not saying, like, I'm entitled or I deserve anything from anybody, but at the same time, as an artist, as a player, and like I said, I'll make it valuable to you guys, you should be looking out for your own and finding companies that want to work with you. Right now, Jackson Guitars and Cerberus Guitars and Charvel Guitars are really stoked on working with me, and in turn, I want to play those guitars live. You know what I mean? All right, everybody, that's going to do it for this video. Yeah, it's just what happened. It's all good. Just a very interesting story to tell, and yeah, unfortunately, my relationship with Dean Guitars just never really went anywhere. Never really even started because they never accepted the Instagram collab. So it is what it is, man. You know, it's all a learning lesson, I guess we'll say. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being patient in this video. I'm a little under the weather. Everybody's getting sick in the fall. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. And with that being said, that's the story. And I'll see you guys in a video very, very soon. Later.